Your Mind, Your World, a motivational spoken word mindset story in part one. It all begins in the mind. You ever feel like the world's pressing down on you? Like it's not just gravity, it's you doing it to yourself? Not on purpose, but still doing it. Like a war that never had an enemy outside you. That's how Eli Parker felt, alone in Chicago. Every morning he woke up, the weight wasn't in his bed, it was in his head. Heavy, silent, invisible. His zip code wasn't in the city, it was in his mind. His apartment, beige. His job, beige. His soul, faded like old wallpaper no one replaced. He wasn't living, he was maintaining. A janitor in a life that didn't sparkle. He thought life happened to him. That's what most people think. But life doesn't happen to you. It happens through you. Always has. One day, a waitress asked him, "Try something new." She didn't mean coffee. She meant courage. She meant risking becoming someone else. And that question stuck like a sliver in his thoughts. That night, Eli asked himself, what if this is all my fault? Not in guilt, but in power. Because power begins where blame ends. He remembered a quote, "Change your thoughts, change your world." But now he understood, the world is your thoughts. Two people see rain. One cries, one dances. The rain didn't change, the mind did, the lens shifted. So Eli made a tiny decision. Just wake up an hour early. No fireworks, no miracles. Just him, a pen, and a blank page. He stared at it. It stared back. He wrote, "I don't know who I am," then added, "but I'm ready to meet him." That's when the real war began, inside. Not against people, not against systems, against the whisper that said, "You'll never change." That whisper had a name, fear. Fear isn't fire, it's fog, blinding, not burning. But he walked anyway, blind, shaky. Clarity didn't come first, courage did. He rewrote the voice in his mind each morning. I am the author, not the echo. Today, I will build, not beg. Today, I will respond, not react. Today, I will lead, even if only myself. Because he realized, thoughts aren't facts, they're suggestions, programs, proposals. Your mind is a radio station. You choose which frequency to turn up. That choice, that's power. That's freedom. One morning, mirror, raw, real. He whispered, "This isn't my life." It was someone else's version. His father's dreams. Society's metrics. He quit the job, no plan, no applause, just a clean break, just belief. People called him crazy. He called it coming home. For the first time, pain didn't mean weakness. It meant roots breaking so he could be replanted. Pain meant movement. Pain meant birth. Part 2. Reprogramming the inner world. Your mind is the software. Your beliefs are the code. Your world is the screen. Garbage in, garbage out. Eli didn't become free when he quit. He became free when he realized he'd built his own cage. And if he built it, he could break it. First step, silence. Not Netflix silence. The sharp, cold silence of self-inquiry. The kind that slices your illusions open and demands truth, not comfort. He asked questions no one dared ask. What do I believe about myself? Who taught me that? What if I've been hypnotized? Most people never ask those. They live in loops. Wake, regret, scroll, sleep, repeat. Eli began debugging his mind. Old beliefs were viruses. He wrote this on the wall. You are not your thoughts. You're the editor. Each day he rewrote the script. I'm not behind. I'm in training. I'm not stuck. I'm repositioning. I'm not broken. I'm upgrading. People asked, what do you do? He smiled. I build inner worlds. They laughed. He didn't, because outer worlds start within. Every business, every book, every shift, all begin in the invisible. And then they materialize. He met an old friend, still stuck, same job, same complaints. You're lucky, the friend said. No, I'm rewritten, Eli answered. The truth? The world doesn't change when your money does. It changes when your identity does, when you become the next version of yourself. He stopped watching news, not because he didn't care, but because his focus was sacred. His mind became a temple, not a freeway. He curated his inputs, fed his brain like it was soil. Each thought was a seed, and he chose what to grow. But then, breakdown. Panic, cold floor, trembling. He curled up, couldn't breathe. Old voice returned, you'll never make it. But this time he didn't obey. He observed and whispered, I hear you, but you don't drive anymore. Healing is dethroning, not deleting. He built a new system, gentle, real. Morning, gratitude, stillness, pen. Midday, learning, movement, focus. Evening, reflection, reading. And the outer world noticed. People arrived, opportunities opened, not because of luck, but because of alignment. Your vibe is your frequency, and life tunes into your station. Change the channel, and life changes the script. He started coaching quietly. No ads, no hype, just light. and people drawn to their own forgotten light. It wasn't success. It was sovereignty, mastery of thought, mastery of self. He told every client, "You've been lied to. Your trauma isn't truth. Your past isn't prophecy. Your identity isn't permanent. It's a contract. And guess what? You can rewrite it because the world is a mirror and it must reflect you. When your energy shifts, so does everything." Part 3, Becoming the Architect. Eli stood on stage. 500 souls stared up. Not because he was famous, because he was free. They came for truth, not tips, not hacks. They wanted a new mirror to see who they could be. He told them, "You don't need motivation. You need to fire the inner liar, the one who's been narrating your limits for 20 years. Then he shared the night, the pills, the letter, the silence. When he nearly quit everything and saw a sticky note, "Rewrite begins at your darkest hour." He survived, he sobbed, and he made a vow. "If I live, I'll help others not believe every thought they think." He shared the 4 rules of mindset mastery. Rule 1, thoughts are not facts. They're scripts, codes, algorithms. You didn't choose most of them, but you can replace every single one. Rule 2, belief beats logic. Evidence won't matter if it threatens someone's identity, so change the story, not just the facts. Rule 3, identity is destiny. You don't act from goals. You act from who you believe you are. Upgrade identity, upgrade behavior. Rule 4, environment reflects your subconscious, your desk, your friends, your feed. They mirror your mindset. Change them. Watch your story shift. Eli ended with this. You're not tired. You're out of alignment. You're not broken. You're buried. And what's underneath is a blueprint for greatness. Someone asked, "How do I kill the old me?" Eli said, "You don't. You outgrow it. Like shoes that don't fit. You stop wearing them." He moved to the woods. 30 days. Alone. No phone. No noise. Just truth. Day 5, tears. Day 12, laughter. Day 21, a voice said, "This is who you are." His own voice, his real self. Not fear. Not noise. Design. He returned to the world, but he wasn't the same. Not louder. Just clearer. His presence became his language. His clarity became his gravity. And his world finally reflected him. His final journal entry read, open quote, "My world is no longer reacting to me. It is reflecting me, because I've taken full ownership of the only thing I ever truly controlled, my mind." 1. The mirror doesn't lie, but it reflects what you feed it. The mind is not just a sponge, it's a mirror. Whatever you feed it, it reflects back at you. Louder, stronger, more colorful. Feed it fear, and it will paint monsters on every empty canvas. Feed it courage, and suddenly, even the darkest alley becomes a stage for triumph. But here's the trick most people miss. Your mind doesn't distinguish between reality and imagination. If you imagine pain long enough, your body will feel it. If you imagine greatness consistently, your behavior will reflect it. You are what you think. You are becoming the story you repeat inside your head. The echo chamber of inner dialogue. Your inner voice, it's your most loyal companion or your most dangerous enemy. Most people don't listen to what they say to themselves. They wouldn't dare speak to others the way they speak to themselves. You'll never make it. You're not enough. You always screw things up. If a friend talked to you like that, you'd cut them off in a heartbeat. But your own voice, you let it rent space in your head for free. Fix your self-talk. Upgrade your vocabulary. Replace "I can't" with "I'm figuring it out." "I failed" with "I'm learning." "They're better" with "I'm growing." Because your world is built in the echo chamber of your own thoughts. The hidden contract you signed without knowing you were born into stories. Stories about what's possible, what's respectable, what's normal. You were told, money is hard. Success is for lucky people. Dreams are childish. Stay safe. Stay small. And without realizing it, you signed those contracts. You started living by those rules. You started building a life inside a box that someone else drew. But here's the truth. Every belief you hold is a contract, and you have the right to renegotiate, tear it up, or write a new one. You don't need permission to dream bigger. You just need the courage to void the old agreement. The brain is not a cage, it's a canvas. Neuroscience confirms it. Your brain is neuroplastic. It's not fixed. It rewires, it rebuilds, it regenerates, which means you are never stuck. Every time you make a different choice, every time you try again, every time you act against the grain of your past self, you are literally rewiring your brain. Your habits are paintbrush strokes. Your thoughts are color palettes. Your beliefs are the lighting. What kind of masterpiece are you creating today? Comfort zones are elegant prisons. They feel safe, familiar, predictable, but they are the death of potential. Your dreams, they live outside the lines. Your growth, it begins where your comfort ends. The mind loves routine. It craves patterns. But purpose lives in disruption. Jump out. Try something terrifying. Speak when you usually stay silent. Move when you usually freeze. Don't wait for fear to leave. It won't. Act with fear. Dance with doubt. Build a mind that treats discomfort as a signal of evolution, not danger. Comparison is the fastest way to hate your life. The scroll culture has infected your brain. You see their highlight reel and compare it to your behind the scenes. You see their filtered joy and feel shame about your raw chaos. But their life is not your life. Their path is not your path. And your timing? It's perfect for you. Jealousy is a GPS malfunction. It misdirects you from your North Star. Every time you compare, you pause your own progress. So stop asking, why not me? Start asking, what can I build today? 7. The stories you tell create the person you become. Words matter, especially the ones you repeat in silence. Say, I'm a survivor. I always rise. Everything is a lesson. And soon you'll live that script. Say, I'm cursed. Nothing works out. Why always me? And life will hand you evidence to prove it. Not because of magic, but because of focus. What you focus on expands. You'll see more of what you expect. You'll attract more of what you're prepared for. So tell better stories, even in storms, especially in storms. Your mind is a garden. Be ruthless with weeds. You wouldn't let a weed grow unchecked in your backyard. Why allow it in your thoughts? Negative thoughts are like invasive species. They take root fast, they multiply quietly, and soon they choke everything beautiful. Be ruthless. Uproot resentment, envy, self-pity, helplessness. Replace them with gratitude, curiosity, faith, relentless optimism. It's not toxic positivity, it's mental hygiene. You don't need motivation, you need a system. Motivation fades, systems stay. Design your environment like your life depends on it, because it does. Want to read more? Put books by your bed. Want to eat better? Stock only what fuels you. Want to think sharper? Audit your content intake. Your brain is constantly shaped by surroundings. Build a system that pulls you forward automatically. Don't rely on willpower, rely on structure. Because successful minds are not just strong, they're smartly engineered. The world doesn't change. You do people chase external change. New jobs, new cities, new relationships. But nothing shifts until your mind shifts. You carry your patterns wherever you go. If you don't fix the filter, every view will stay distorted. Want a better life? Don't chase it. Build a mind that creates it. The moment you shift your mindset, the world begins to respond. Because it was never the world, it was always you. Closing echo. Open quote. You are not your past. You are not your pain. You are not your fears. You are the architect of your awareness, the sculptor of your psyche, the master of your mental world. Build wisely. Think powerfully, because your mind creates your world. Close quote. Final message. You don't need more time. You need more alignment. Cut what's not you. Add what is. You don't need a new year. You need a new narrator. The one in your head that actually believes in you. Your world isn't broken. Your mind just needs a new map. And you are the cartographer. Your mind, your world. Write it, live it, become it.